y'all. Welcome to the Evolve with Shauna Marie Talk Show. Listen, you know what I'm going to say, right? I'm already excited. Listen, thank you for joining. I know y'all, was at Bible study and had your chicken and, macaroni and cheese and all your little dinners and all that. Listen, so I just thank you for joining us tonight. Shout out to our sponsor, Linda Burgess from Lincoln Heritage. And of course, my Evolve Dream Team that always keeps me slayed. Thank you, love you, love you. And shout out to y'all. Yeah, I gotta give a shout out to you because you are awesome. All of my Evolve girls from all around the world, you are amazing. I love you, love you, love you. And I'm so blessed for you to join us and us evolve together. So I got a very special guest tonight, y'all. It's about to go down. Listen, y'all seen her before. I told you I was going to bring her back. And we have done just that. So I want to welcome again Miss Angela Lipscomb.
Thank you.
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. Hey. I am so excited. And thank you so much. And honored. Let me just say I am honored to just be in your presence.
Bless
and
you.
I must have done something right to be invited back. Your mama say always act right
Always
if you want them to come back and invite you back. So
you'll get invited back.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
it was an honor. We had such a good time.
We did.
Listen, we ran out of time, didn't we?
Out of time.
Woo,
oh, yeah. We
y'all.
went into some borrowed time and overtime and all that. Yes,
it was
we did.
like a basketball game.
Absolute
Overtime. Listen, we went to overtime,
We
y'all. You know what's amazing? I love it because even as our Evolve girls are watching, I always feel like it's important for them to understand divine connections. Yeah. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's important to understand connecting with people that are like-minded, like-spirited, that have the same goals when it comes to how they want to impact people and help people. So it was an honor to be able to connect with you.
Wow.
Right? And
awesome.
to be able to have you to come back. But listen, we got a whole testimony from the in-between.
Oh my goodness, the in-between. Right? Oh my gosh.
Y'all.
Yes. Oh, the in-between has been amazing.
Listen.
Oh my God. What's bigger than bigger?
Oh, 21 days are bigger.
Yes.
Listen, it's been colossal.
Colossal. Yeah.
It's been colossal.
Yeah.
When I released my 21 Days to Bigger Purpose Activation Workbook, can I just say this? I didn't even know it was in me. Can I say that?
You can.
Because we got to keep it real, right?
Absolutely.
And I talked about that even last week about not knowing all of our true purpose, right? Because there are layers to us that have to be revealed and unveiled, and then there are levels to purpose. And my apostle, you're gonna write this book. It's a book in you. You're gonna write it. I went to a mentoring session. He was like, I was like pumped up. Oh, I had a brand consultation and they came from Colombia and so and so and so and so. And he was like, I gave him your book and I went to Target and I gave him a journal. And he was like, and I was like, what? And he was pumped up. And he was like, that's good. But how long are you gonna give your clients somebody else's journal and somebody else's book?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So you can tell he's connected to my pastor.
Come on.
That's what happened.
Yeah. My gosh.
I'm going in there. I'm like you. I'm hyped up with all this stuff and I got everything laid out and he looks over his good glasses and say, okay, well, all that is well.
Hey.
But what you gonna do?
But what you gonna do? Because it's in you. What you got in your hands? Throw down what you got in your hands, Moses.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God. Throw it down.
That was for somebody.
That
was for somebody.
Did they catch it?
I hope they caught
it. Did you pick up what we putting down?
Yeah. I hope they caught that.
Listen, that's real. So I remember going into, God said, get to a quiet place and go write this book. And I wrote it. And I began to really, and not even really knowing what it was about. I mean, I'm just like, God, I'm writing it. Okay. I'm really going on that unknown.
Right.
Listen, I'm walking in the unknown.
Right. Exactly.
Blindfolded. But I trust you, God.
Him all the time.
Okay?
Yeah.
And God's like, this is for young girls, women to help them think, expect, and achieve bigger. It's about capacity, about being able to close the gap from where you are to where you have dreamed of being and who you dreamed of becoming, right? Walking into that bigger.
Right. Wow.
That sometimes we don't even know is there. So we're here to talk about it.
Wow.
Because here's what happened in between of our first segment, and then now we got a whole testimony, y'all.
Absolutely.
I literally, I normally do, God charged me to do a 21 Days to Bigger Masterclass. So I did one like twice, virtual, via Zoom, Slam Pack. I was like, woo, thank you, God. I mean, but then God gave me a different charge.
Wow.
Which you were a part of.
Wow.
And God said, this time, I want you to do a minimal amount of people.
Wow.
I only did 4 women, you included. Oh, I was such a blessing.
Wow. He's so
and
strategic.
He's so strategic.
So
I did 4 women, and every single day, I poured into those 4 women via YouTube, right? All we did was we did videos. Every single day. I got up at 3 and 4 o'clock a.m. I dropped videos and I released what God said. And the book is 21 Days to Bigger. So we did day 1, day 2. I mean, we went all the way through 21, but whatever God said, I released it. And God, he required me to pour. It was even bigger for me because my workshops were meet once a week for a couple of hours.
Wow.
You know, we poured, but it was different. It stretched my capacity. So, you know, what's better, you know, my testimony is going to be biased because, you know, it's my book. But it is good because what God put on the inside of me is good. Yeah, because he's a big God. But nothing better than to hear from the powerful woman of God who was one of the 4 women who got an opportunity to experience it and then walk in the byproduct of it. Oh, see, I'm about to run already. Hold on. I'm about to get myself. I had to hit my card on the table. Hold on.
Yes, absolutely.
Hold on. Why?
Wow.
What made you sign up? Because I didn't even put it out there like that. I made 1 post and a video.
What made me sign up?
Yeah.
Remember when I was on here before? I was just coming out of the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. And I knew that there was so much more outside of the cave because God had shown me.
Yeah.
He didn't show me what was to come. He reminded me what had already been. Okay. So in reminding me of what had already been, where I've already traveled, coming out of that place, I knew there was more. And I remember just like with Elijah, he put him back on the path.
Yeah.
And it was a reminder that everything you need is going to be on the path. And that's what stood out to me. So I knew, Shauna, if that's my path to get to where I had to get to, then everything that's on there is already there. So when I saw that, and then plus I knew you. Wow. Okay. We have that kingdom relationship, that divine connection that you talked about. Y'all. It really is important. If I can I say that to somebody out here?
Say that.
Let me tell you something. Divine connection is important. In this season, it won't be who you expect it to be.
Come on.
But it'll be who God has it to be. And that's where I had to get over. I was thinking I had people in mind.
Come on.
God said no.
Come on.
No.
Wow.
No. Be able to recognize it when it's there. And when I saw it, all I know, it was 21 Days to Bigger. I didn't know what was inside. I didn't even have my workbook then. But I saw 21 Days to Bigger. And I didn't know what the bigger was, but I knew God had bigger for me. Because what he had already given me was big.
Yeah, come on.
That was big.
Woo!
So I'm like, okay, guys, and there's bigger. So let me go ahead and tap into this.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good when you said it's not always who you think it's going to be. No. The connection, the support doesn't always come from where you think it should come from.
Or where you think it should, where you expect it to come from. The people and the things you've placed
Come
there.
on.
No.
It's not.
Not
and we can get so caught up in that.
Yeah.
And you know what else is, I thought like when you said that, I immediately heard the Holy Spirit said, it's important also because connections are vital because what's connected to them is connected to you when you come into covenant and agreement.
Absolutely.
Oh my.
Absolutely.
So it's important who you let pour into you, who you let pray for you, who you let put hands on you. I mean, it's important. It's important for who you let try to stir and ignite and speak up and speak life over you into your business, into your brand, listen, into your faith. It's important because the wrong connections, like putting the wrong plug in a socket, it'll short circuit your anointing.
It'll blow the whole thing out.
It'll blow the whole socket out.
You're going to go from light to darkness.
Oh my gosh. It's going to blow your light out. And the enemy would love to connect you with the wrong people to blow your light out, to short circuit your gift and your anointing. So, listen, I told y'all it's going to be, I told y'all we trying to, I done started rocking already. Help me, Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Yes, oh
so
my God.
we started this journey and we got to day one. Before we got to day one, what was your expectation?
My expectation was in this 21 days, I'm just going to get it. I'm going to get something.
Wow.
Something.
Yeah.
Just to take me. And honestly, it was to, I think, enhance what was already there. That's what I thought. Just what's already in the box was just going to be enhanced. Did you hear me say that's what I thought? Okay. That was my
I had to put my cards down because she said
it was just going to enhance.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Because what space were, because you come out of the cave, so what space were you in prior to coming into the channel? So I need to hear this because you're in a particular space before God gets ready to elevate you.
And what space was I in?
What space were you in prior to day one? Mentally, emotionally.
Just I was in a space of confident, but still uncertain.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I was confident because I know who I am. I know that my purpose. I know what God has called me to do and who He's called me to. But I was still uncertain because I knew or I felt like there was more.
Come on.
But I didn't know what the more, but I know the God that I serve.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. So,
I think that's so powerful that you said that because oftentimes we'll go, well, I'm already a business owner, or I already have this, or I'm already happy, or I already have a family, or I already have, a degree and all. And we don't really understand that God has more.
Right.
He's a big God. If we're always becoming a new creature in Him and we're always evolving with Him, there's always more. There's always bigger. Yes. So day one comes and what happens for you?
Day one coming, I'll question, am I supposed to really be doing this? Am I real? And that was the question to myself. Am I really supposed to be? And not so much not doubting.
Yeah.
It was just oh, I made a commitment.
Oh, I made a commitment.
21 days of this. Yeah.
That stretched you.
That stretched me.
Because anything you do for 21 days becomes a habit. It's consistency. Right?
That's right.
So what happened? Because see, in this book, how God took me is very different. I don't put my cards down, y'all. Y'all see it. I'm big about people's purpose and igniting, but a lot of times I found that there's first a space that needs to be dealt with of personal and spiritual development. Yeah. So He makes us in 21 Days to Bigger deal with the things that have hindered the bigger. Our mindsets, our fear. We have to put that faith over fear. And that was our first few days of faith over fear. So what not only the days that we experienced, but the things that we touched on. How did you deal with that? I remember one day you called, you was like, I didn't even know I was scared, Shauna.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't even know fear was there.
It was there, exactly.
Wow.
But you made us, or you had us, first of all, write it down, pray about it. And what it had to do is you have to, there's this thing to where, we grew up that you don't question God. You don't question it. Well, I beg to differ. And plus scripture tells us to. Yeah. We can ask Him. Yeah. So I I had to keep asking him, first of all, to show me. Show me me. Show me the things that's in me that could possibly stand in my way. Show me the things that's in me that have stood in my way. Okay? So that's how I knew there was some fear right there. Because fear, even though confidence is there, the fear had resided there.
Fear paralyzes you.
Absolutely. Stop you dead in your tracks.
Fear paralyzes you. Fear handicaps you.
Yeah, it will. Fear will lay you flat out.
It sure
and
will.
You're just moving, and then all of a sudden you come to a complete halt.
Wow.
In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Because
scared to jump.
Scared. Because what happens, you heard God, you see God, but the enemy comes in, or sometimes your own voice comes in and talk you out of something, and you just stand there frozen. Just frozen. You're like, no, we can't do this. Not in this season.
Not in this
bigger season.
But you know what it is? Because there's more, and because it's bigger, and because we don't oftentimes see we serve a big God.
Right.
So it's bigger than us anyway.
Right.
So when it's bigger than you, I don't have those resources. I don't have those finances. I don't have those connections. I don't have what it takes to achieve this or obtain this because it is God and it is big. And now I got to take my own pride off and my own fear off and my own lack of self-confidence and faith. Right. And rely on God solely and fully for what he's going to do. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
He going to blindfold me. He going to hold my hand.
Exactly.
He ain't going to tell me where I'm going, who I'm connected to. I'm doing, but hold my hand and come on.
Just hold my hand.
Oh,
that's all he's going to do.
Oh,
do you trust me?
Do you trust me? Do you?
Do you trust me? God wants us to remind him of what he said. Listen, and I don't know about anybody else, but this is how I talk to God. Listen, God. Now listen. You say it now. Listen. I know you always have made me look good, but now listen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this because I trust you.
Wow.
I'm doing this because I gave you my best yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do this thing.
So you had that, you recognize that you had that fear. You had that uncertainty because you felt the tug that it was more. So what day or what was it that we went over in the book that caused a shift? Like what was a turning point for you?
Shauna, I can't really say off, pinpoint it right this moment, especially unless I had my book right in my hand. But my turning point was when I pushed myself to get up and hear your voice.
Wow.
And it was hearing your voice and hearing the things that was coming through you.
Wow.
Shifted.
God.
Because going back, I think some of the fear, going back to a little bit to the fear of the uncertainty, again, because we expect things to come, okay? I take nothing from the church that I sit in, I sit in one of the best. Yours and mine, we do. So sometimes we expect it to come that way. Okay? Or someone that's already there, or someone that you don't know, that you've never met, but that's their business. And you just, you know what I'm saying? And when it didn't come that way, and I think that's where it was different. But again, it was out the box. It was out of the box.
Because there's no box.
There's no box. We make a box. We made the box. There's no box.
Why would God put you in a device that would restrict you and constrain you and limit you?
It's
a box close you up. I can't get a box.
Do it. A box is if I'm saying it right, a box is a 4x4.
Oh my God.
You got two sides, a bottom and a top.
There's
nowhere
you
can't get out.
Motion but no movement.
I say no, it's no box. You put yourself in that box.
Yeah, that's good.
So it was that in hearing you on those mornings that I would get up and hear and listen.
Yeah.
And the key was listening.
The key
was listening.
Hearing God. And it wasn't
God.
me.
No, it was not. It was God. It was all God. It was all God. And I know, but you were the willing vessel that he would speak through. Because, God, however he have to get it to us, and that's the place where I am now. God, whatever you have and whoever you have for me, however you got to get it to me, let me be in the position
because we'll miss God like that.
Listen, we will.
Because it didn't come from that apostle and that celebrity preacher, that celebrity prophet, and so didn't say that because they got 10 followers and they got 100,000 listen to them, but they full of the devil.
Exactly. And if they're not full of the devil, they may not just be called for you.
Right.
That may not be who you were called to, you know, because you said something. You did it this time. It was 4 of us. Okay. So I believe that God knew the 4 of us needed that intimate one-on-one time. We didn't need to share that time with 25, 30 people so that we could hear, or like, you know, you're in school and you want to raise your hand. You know, so the teacher got time to ask questions instead of trying to get all 25 questions. So again, God is intentional about what he's doing in this season and in all seasons, but in this season where we are.
He's intentional.
He's so intentional and he's intentional. It's just mind blowing.
It is. Now, you know, you've got some amazing ministries and businesses. And I know that you were saying this has really impacted that. What impact did it have on your business and your ministry? But I'm cute.
But I'm cute. It is so wild, but I'm cute. And we know the but I'm cute, confident, unique, talented, and essential. We have the earrings, the jewelry, you know,
everything.
those products. And I'm cute because I'm confident, I'm unique.
That's right.
Now, there's no other. There's only one. Nobody else have my thumbprint, my DNA.
That's
okay? I'm talented.
That's right.
God, with the gifting that God has given me, I'm essential. So I am important.
That's beautiful.
That's what I have to walk in. So with what I'm cute is so wild. Right after that, the young lady who makes my jewelry sent me a picture. She said, I'm working on something for you. Come by my house.
Wow, God.
And I'm like, oh my God. She took it to a whole nother level. I'm like, the earrings are just bigger. Just bigger. They really are bigger. And they're bigger. And and even by naturally and all that, but bigger. So it was like, okay, God, I see where we're going with but I'm cute. I see that the impact that it's gonna have on the women, the little girls, with that. This year again, being able to go to and do a workshop just a few weeks ago with the little girls from age 5 to 16, going in there and telling them about being cute and confident until they got it. This year, I wasn't able to go to the pageant like I was last year, but I'm waiting to hear the stories. But when I went there, the young lady that's over it was saying, she said the young ladies from not last year, because we had to shut down last year, year before, they're still getting up in the morning talking about, but I'm cute. So it was that, and I believe that it was going back, doing it again this year for God to again show me, and Angie, it's bigger. It's bigger. Okay. Same thing. AL Ministry is just like, man, listen. It's just about to blow out I'm like, okay, I got
busting at the seams.
You know, it's just out the seams, even though we're not moving per se of doing a lot because, you know, we still have the COVID and all that stuff. You know, I had some ideas and I'm like, oh, let's wait. We're going to the fall.
But the bigger is
there. But the bigger is there. The bigger is there. I mean, even with the divorce recovery, God is taking it. I had someone say something the other day, and you know, there are people you listen to, and you know they hear God because they know you, okay, and they push you too, and it was a reminder that I'm just gonna say divorce recovery and relationship recovery is gonna always be there, but God is getting ready to shift it to a whole nother place.
It's bigger.
It is, and it's bigger because what He's doing in my life. What he's doing with me, especially in the relationship part of it. So I can't remember then I got my certification as the relationship coach. Just moving. Radio station.
Moving.
Yeah, just
the
moving.
Bigger just keeps and that's the thing. It just keeps going and keeps going and keeps because it's been activated.
It's activated. Right. My assistant sent me a text the other day and she said, the young lady that's helping me again, I thank God for the people put on my path. You know what I'm saying? She just like, no, I'm going to do the.
I got it.
Even coming, she did. Even coming here, I had you on the calendar and she put it on the calendar. She said, no, I put the address and everything on there.
Already.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, thank you. So anyway, she sent me a message the other day and she said, I'm just so proud of you.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, well, thank you. I don't know what what I did, but thank you. And she reminded me, she said, I'm looking back over our notes
Wow.
She said, when you started out on the radio show, you were so nervous.
Wow.
And such doubt.
And now?
She said, but now.
Isn't that amazing that God allows you to walk into bigger in so many different ways? I want you to tell them that they need to connect with you.
Okay.
How can they connect with, just take 30 seconds, how can they connect with you?
Okay. Well, of course, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram. On Facebook is AL Ministries. Instagram is AL Ministries 19.
Yeah.
Also, what I got? Facebook. Website is excuse me. What's the website? Thank you. AL-ministries.com. And of course, you can reach out to me at alministries@gmail.com also.
If you can tell them, just in 10 seconds, you were able to be impacted. And I'm so honored that you took the challenge and trusted the God in me. Let me say that. Thank you, because it stretched me too. 10 seconds. What do you tell the person who's like, you know what? Why should I get that book?
First of all, you should get that book because anytime God puts someone in place, like a Shauna Marie, God has given her the words, the tools, and whatever. If there's something, and it's not even an if, because there is something in you. Okay? Yeah. And if you're at a place where you know it's time to take it bigger and you're ready to trust God on the bigger, don't know how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You don't, but you can jump and do it. And I promise you, yes, it takes some commitment, 21 days.
But it works.
But let me tell you something. We can't tell it all right here. It works. Yeah. I truly believe, just as he's done it for me, he'll do it for you. Just by being obedient, I am seeing the manifestation of God in all areas of my life, those areas that I have been praying for. And also, if I may say this, when you give it away and you do it for others, God's going to return it for you.
Thank you. Such a blessing. Absolutely. Listen, if that's you and you like, you know what, I'm trying to get into my bigger. I'm trying to walk into my more. Didn't even know it's going to be on the inside of you till it's stirred and activated. Or you're like, I don't know the Jesus that can do bigger. I don't know that Jesus. Yeah. I will forever extend salvation. If you do not know Jesus, I invite you to know Christ. It is not hard. The world will make you think it's hard, but it's not. All you got to do is say, you know what, God, I confess that I'm a sinner. I believe that you hung, bled, and died, arose with all power and got up with all power in your hands, that you love me, that I can walk out this life with you, that you're going to protect me. It's not without challenges or storms, but you do it with God, right? I give my life to you. I give my mind to you, my heart and my walk to you. Yeah. Amen. See, we got kids watching, so I got to make it easy, right?
Exactly.
It has to be easy. Serving God and getting life to Christ is not hard. Thank you again, Miss Angela. Continue, God, to join us every single Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. I will be the light and the salt. Shine, shine, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're watching Evolve with Shauna Marie on Dominion TV.